Shalawam. This is Q.qadash here, the Q.qadash warrior of the Most High, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. I want to say all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders of GreatMillStone and the apostles of GreatMillStone, which is GMS. I also want to salute to our brother in Ahchyam out there that actually pushing the truth. And for us to be safe out there, you know what I'm saying? Because the highways and byways is basically a sacrifice because all the evil around us, all the demons that's among us, and all the scoffers out there. Because the truth is something serious, and they know that we are basically the true servants of the Most High, because we're the Prince of Power. And for that being said, Shalawam, Shalom. And, I want to say to you guys right now, of course, already we're going to read our book, which is the Hebrew Israelites book, the 12 tribes of Israel. This is belongs to us and only us only. Okay, it's the Holy Bible King James Version. Also at hand, I also have the Red Bible, we call it the Apocrypha, which you would get if you buy or purchase a Holy Bible King James Version 1611. Basically, the Apocrypha and the King James would be together within one as one book. I have the two separate ones together here. Excuse me, Salat. And today, part one. Reason why I say part one, because this might have different parts to it, because we're going to read and start off with the book of Genesis, chapter 25. We're going to move to verse 19 to 34. It's a story on Esau and Jacob, or should I say Jacob and Esau. Okay, and that it's like a breakdown. It's more than just you could do one part in, because I want to basically do in segments, like probably do a 15-minute video or a 20-minute video, Lord willing. So it'll be more parts to this. Okay, I want to get into words, and whatnot, and so most likely it's going to be other parts to this, basically segments here. So for that being said, let's get right into it. So let's go to chapter 25 out of the book of Genesis. Okay, and I'm gonna start with verse 19. Okay, basically it's the Rebecca give birth to Esau and Jacob. Okay, verse 19 of chapter 25, verse 19, book of Genesis. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac. Okay, basically, so now we know in verse 19, Abraham is the father of Isaac. Okay, Isaac, verse 20, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Paddan, and the sister of Laban the Syrian. Verse 21, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Verse 22, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So basically, Rebekah is pregnant with Isaac's baby. Okay, but in the sense of, now we know she's pregnant with twins. Later down the line, they're going to say the word twins as well. But which I know from the beginning that she's having more than one, because when you go to verse 2, it says, Salak, it says, when you go to verse 22, it says, and the children struggled together within her. The children. So it means she had more than one child in her womb. She had more than one child. Okay? Let's keep reading. Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from the bowels. So, usually when you have Usually when a woman is pregnant with twins, okay, they could be identical, or they might not be identical, but they're the same kind. They're the same of the same nation, okay. Because whatever the father is makes whatever the children will be. But in this sense here, the Most High, always in charge, okay, always. He's the master planner. Whatever he says goes. He can make anything happen if he wanted. Okay? So in this case here, the Most High has a plan. He says, okay, back verse 23, the Lord said unto her, to Rebekah, 2 nations are in thy womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay? So let's get to the part when the Most High told her that 2 nations. So off the top, it's 2 nationalities. 2 new nationalities. Okay? Separate. Okay? 2 different people. 2 different boys. 2 different bloodlines. Okay? Same mother, same father, but 2 different nations and 2 different bloodlines. Okay? The Most High did this. Why did he do it? We'll have to find out when we keep reading. And we might not get into it. Why did he do it in this part here? But in part 2 and part 3 and so forth, if there are going to be more parts, Lord willing, we'll find out. Okay? Verse 24. It's a lot. Verse 23. Let's reread verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from the bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So originally, of this day and age, and even back then, the elder wouldn't serve the younger. The younger would be serving the elder. But in this sense here, the Most High made it be that the elder shall serve the younger. Shall serve the younger. So the Most High has a plan here. He has a purpose for everything that happens. No matter how you feel about it, the Most High has a plan, regardless. If you like it or not, there's purpose in it. Okay? Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. So the first son came out red, like a hairy garment. Okay? And they called her name Esau. And after that came his brother out. And his hand took hold on Esau's heel. So just imagine the woman's giving birth of 2 boys. Elder came out red, okay, and hairy. And when he was coming out at the end, there was a hand was grasping onto his brother's heel, or behind the ankle, so to speak, or by the Achilles, okay, holding onto, because there was warring from the start. Enemies. Struggling inside. Fighting. Chaos. So to speak, okay? That's a symbolize showing that. Holding his brother's heel while he was coming out and saying, after the elder, which is Esau. And you notice in verse 26, they didn't give a description of Jacob. They gave a description of Esau because for surely we know, most likely, Jacob was just like the mother and the father. Just like mostly everybody on the earth at the time. This is a whole new human being, so to speak, okay, that came out of Rebecca. He was red and hairy. Not normal. A totally different description as the word I have ever saw. So, in other words, Jacob was a regular human being, a human being. If you look at the word "hue," which we'll get that down in another video, will be most likely in part 2, because we're going to get into words too as well. Okay, that's what GreatMillStone does. Speak the Hebrew, speak the Greek, getting words in Greek, getting the word in Hebrew, because we know the Old Testament written in Hebrew, and we know the New Testament written in Greek, and there's certain other Latin words as well throughout the Greek they're spoken in Latin as well in the New Testament. So, but we'll get that's another time. But right now we're going to stick to the story here. So let's go back to verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took the whole of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So, another description of Esau, which is perfect fits the so-called white man to this day. Because Esau is his forefather. Just as Jacob is our forefather. Two different manners of people. Two different nationalities. Okay? It fixes perfectly. A plain old man. Dwell in tents. Okay? And a man who's a man of the field, loved to hunt. Okay? Loved to camp. You know? Hunting is sporting to them like we're not a problem. Alright? Based like a beast. You know? So-called black men or Negroes or Latinos or Native Americans, we don't do that. We don't play that. We don't do that as hunting. We don't hunt animals down just for sport. As a nation, we don't do stuff like that. You got some jinx out here that does it. Because they love to copy the heathens. Okay? Alright? Which we know Esau is a heathen. A heathen. It's a lot. So, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Verse 29. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. So basically the word faint here, in this sense, most likely we know the word faint, somebody's going to pass out. That's worn out, that's tired, you know. Excuse me. Probably so much, maybe even about to die. Slow. Okay. Verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. So right there his name would change to Edom, because Edom means color. So let's go to the word Edom in the Bible, the Sullivan Bible, Compact Bible Dictionary. Excuse me. So the Sullivan Compact Bible Dictionary. Let's go to the word Edom, okay? Let's look at the word Edom here. Or even the word Esau. It should be there. Both should be there, of course. Or together is at least. It says Edom, comma Edomites. It says red. So in that sense, when you go to that verse, chapter 25, the book of Genesis, verse 30, when it says, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. So we know that pottage was red. It was meat in that pottage there. And we notice he really made that it's all a plan. Jacob really made that pot for Esau, his brother. Okay, really his evil twin. In other words, okay, and it was uncooked. It wasn't ready. It wasn't even finished. It was meat in it, venison. Okay, venison is like basically like some type of a deer, some like a buck. Okay, and it was ready. It wasn't fully cooked yet. And we know the so-called white man, okay, which is Edom. Now we know his actual biblical nationality is Edom, which is an Edomite, which is a red man. He love his steak or his meats, or mostly he loves sushi too. You know, he loves his food basically uncooked. You know, made rare, medium. Really, they will eat well done food or make well food. They always go at least do a medium or the temperature be even less. Rare, made rare. You know. So all these descriptions, it fits the so-called white man perfectly. Okay. All right. All right. So let's read. Let's go off also as well more into the dictionary here. Okay. It says Edomites, red. It says the nation and its people who were the descendants of Esau. He founded the country, so his name is equal with Edom. Okay. The country was also called Seir or Mount Seir, which was the name of the territory in which the Edomites lived. Okay, so that's that with the dictionary on the Zondervan Common Bible Dictionary with the Edomites. Okay, that backs up, of course, the Bible, King James Version Bible, which once again this is for the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, this is our book that belonged to us. The book that we was not allowed to read over 300 something 400 years. We was not allowed to read our book that the Most High gave to us, to our people, the 12 tribes of Israel, the Negroes, the Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, so let's finish up. Verse 31. And Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." Verse 32. And Esau said, "Behold, I am at that point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?" See, that shows to show you that Esau, the so-called white man, the red man, he doesn't care. He has no hope, have no faith. All right? Soulless. A demon. Okay? Basically, the so-called white man is the devil what the Bible speaks of. Okay? Verse 33. And Jacob said, "Swear to me this day." And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did not eat and drink. And he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way. Those Esau despised his birthright. Esau hates his birthright. He don't care. He don't care for his birthright. Okay, so that's Genesis chapter 25, verse 19 through 34. This is part 1 of Jacob and Esau, and hopefully that was edification to the elect out there, the 144,000, the elect of Israel, which is the 1/3. And for that being said, Barakah Yahawah, Barakah Yahawashi, Barakah Yahawah, Barakah Yahawashi. All praise to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Double honors to GreatMillStone, which is the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, GMS. And salute to all the Ahchyam out there. And be safe, be humble, and stay warriors of the Most High. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Shalawam. Shalawam.